Hello there, I'm Artistic Gamer 7 and welcome back to some more of the Elder Scrolls Create a Sim. Today we are creating the Divine Dibella. So Dibella is actually one that I heard a lot while playing Skyrim, and I did slightly confuse part of what Dibella is known for something for Mara, only because I was associating love with Mara because of the fact that it's in the Temple of Mara that you can get married in, but that's a totally different reason and not the same thing as love, because Dibella is the goddess of beauty, love, art, and music. So, considering she is the goddess of art, I feel like I would be very much behind Dibella myself. But she is one of the divines that I actually had a lot of fun with, just because, one, I have more female CC. It's easier for me to do stuff with my female creations. So I think that's why the Elder Scrolls CAS was more of a challenge for me than I thought it was going to be, just because there is so many more males with the Divines and the Daedric Princes than there are females. But I like a good challenge, so I don't mind. But yeah, so I did have a lot of fun with Dibella and playing around with her. She is one of the divines that apparently has quite a few different cult followings behind her. Some of them being devoted to women, some things like art and aesthetics and stuff like that, and some of them more in a not so PG term. So yeah, but I actually find Dibella to be pretty interesting, partially because what I am used to her from Skyrim is the fact that you come across her little statuettes a lot of times, which is ultimately why I actually made her dress gold. Now, the gold that the statuettes is made of is more of a yellow, like, deep yellow heading almost into orange type gold. But I do give her a light gold dress just because I feel like the fit of the dress that I chose and the way that it looked more divinely than some of the other options that had the color closer to it. So I had to either sacrifice the color or sacrifice the shape and look. One of the two. But I ultimately decided to go with the one I went because it looked like really regal and pretty and divine and, you know. But also had that gold tint. As far as a lot of her other features, with the divines, there isn't too much to go on with these statues because the statues are either all one color or, you know, they're a color that obviously isn't reflecting how they actually look. They're stained glasses. Her stained glass is almost nothing but blue, and she is associated with lilies. There's actually an order that would protect her shrines called the Order of the Lily. I do put a flower in her hair based off of this, and I do make it blue to go with that, but it is not a lily. I'm not sure if I had a lily flower. I think I had a flower that was close to looking like a lily, but the way that some of the flowers sit on her head and the color options, I had to sort of pick and choose between there on which ones to actually use, because some of them just wasn't sitting in the right spot on her head. But I do put a blue flower in her head in regards to the fact that her stained glass is mostly blue, and she is a lot of times represented with a blue lily, and, you know, the Order of the Lily, so that's why I do put a blue flower in her head. And I did read, like, a thing that she has a pretty big following among the Redguard women and High Rock and stuff like that, so that some of the places that she had, I did decide to make her a little bit tanner than some of the other divines, just because I felt like out of all of them, she would make more sense because of some of her followings and stuff like that. So I did make her slightly more tan. A lot of the divines, the way that they look like in their stained glasses and stuff, look like they are meant to have lighter skin complexions. And just knowing the big group of people that follow all of them, I imagine that's sort of more of what they look like. But, you know, I'm going off of what little bit of pictures I can find. The Divines have a lot less pictures than the Daedric Princes, and I don't know if that says anything about Elder Scrolls or not. But, yeah. Anyway, also reading, I come to figure out that there's, like, something with when it comes to the Divine Prince, Sengreen? Soongreen? So, I don't know how to say his name. The Daedric Princes are the harder ones to pronounce compared to the Divines. But, that there's something with him where he tries to mess with the shrines of Dibella and Dibella herself. And after realizing that, there is a mission with that particular Daedric Prince that ultimately leads you drunk and in a shrine of Dibella. The only shrine of Dibella in Skyrim, which is in Markarth, which is my favorite city. I feel like some people don't really care for Markarth, but the fact that it's inside these rock formations and like just the way it looks, I like Markarth. It's my favorite one. So that is where her temple is there, and the fact that that mission makes you ultimately be there. And I think you can get in trouble if you're caught, or maybe you do get caught and you do get trouble. I don't remember what it is, but I remember you have to backtrack on that mission and figure out what you did while you were completely blackout drunk. Basically, and figure out what you did. And you did a lot of mischievous things. You also can steal one of her statues. I think it's a Thieves Guild thing. So, there's a lot of just messing around with Dibella, but I'm pretty sure there's probably at least one good thing you could do for Dibella. I can't remember off the top of my head. But in Skyrim, a lot of the Daedric Princes and the Divines, there's like at least one mission associated with them that is like in favor of them. So I'm sure there's a thing out there for Dibella. I'm pretty sure I actually even read it. You know, I'm just now realizing this. I actually have little statue figurines of the way shrines, I think is what they're called. The little tiny shrines that can be located throughout the place for the Divines. My boyfriend actually got me a box set of them. And Dibella's actually is like a lily looking like thing, and I'm just now coming to this realization. But it could be like easily representing a lily or some sort of flower. It also sort of semi looks like claws at the same time. But yeah, that's just a little interesting random thing that I just happened to notice as I'm doing this. I actually have these little shrine figurines sitting close by because I had them out while I was creating them actually. But anyway, so yeah, this is sort of how Dibella turned out. I did have a little fun with her makeup, trying to make it colorful and pop, but also put a little gold in there because the fact that her statuette a lot of time is gold. These little statuettes you can have, and a lot of people do seem to have them because I would find them in a lot of places throughout Skyrim. So I did try to make gold a pretty big part, but I did incorporate the blue with the makeup and stuff, and since, you know, she also is of beauty and art and stuff like that, I figured, you know, she would have some pretty playful makeup that was also very beautiful. So overall, that's what I was sort of trying to go with. I think she turned out really, really well. She is one of my favorites. Probably out of the Divines, she probably is my favorite Divine on how they turned out when it comes to the Divines. When it comes to all of them, she's definitely up there, but I don't know if she's actually my #1 favorite. But I still really love how she turned her out. Let me know down in the comments below what you think of Dibella and how she turned out here. Who is your favorite creation so far? Is it Dibella or is it one of the previous ones? And which one are you looking forward to most seeing out of the Divines and the Daedric Princes still left? Now feel free to mention any of Elder Scrolls' other Pantheon gods that may not show up here. I'm doing like the 9 that I really know from Skyrim and then the 17 Daedric Princes. So if you know of any other big sort of look up sort of roles that are from the other pantheons or other things going on that you potentially would like to see in another series or maybe slapped on at the end of the series, let me know down in the comments below. If you like this video and Dibella, please hit that lovely like button, subscribe so that you see future Elder Scrolls casts as well as any other things on the channel, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Bye bye!